Alright, hey, what's going on, 10 Back Bowling? So it's Jesse again here, and today I bring you two bowling balls from the Motiv line. First one we have is going to be the pink and silver one, which is the Thrill Hybrid, and then the other one that we have is the orange and purple one, which is the Thrill Solid. So we're going to start out in the Thrill Solid, and then we'll transition to the hybrid, and then we'll just migrate and see how the two balls perform in this lane condition. I am throwing on a leftover lane condition, so I think that this is kind of the, in reality, kind of the type of lane condition that you might want to use a bowling ball like these two, as well as lighter volume, higher friction houses. But that doesn't mean you can't throw them on a little bit heavier volume. I've thrown them on fresh house shots as well with a little bit more volume. So we'll start in the Thrill Solid. I only threw a couple practice shots in this lane, so I think I have a decent picture, but we'll try to start right. Typically in this house, I am a little bit further left than most, so we'll Thrill Solid, and we'll start with this one and go from there. Yeah, so right away you can see, again, this is a leftover lane condition, so you saw the minute that ball touched the lane, it already started hooking. So I think in this area, I'll throw a few shots, probably going to get left a little bit quicker than I would like to. Been a big fan of the Thrill line. Motiv doesn't really make an entry level. We don't call it an entry level line because we like to think all of the balls have great performance. But it is definitely at the bottom of the chart when you look at it. All right, so I got that one in just a little bit. Didn't quite get it out to the break point where I wanted it to. I think the nice thing about the Thrill line that I've noticed so far is, when some of your stuff is just too early, not almost too much ball, not able to turn the corner, you need something that still has a strong cover and core combination to give you a good look. This is definitely the line to do it. So a little bit better shot there. You can definitely see that there's a lot of early friction. So I'll throw one more with the Thrill Solid. And then we'll see if that hybrid is able to clear the fronts a little bit better, which I would expect it to, and still have a good motion down lane. Yeah, so definitely not bad at all. After I throw the hybrid, I'm going to try to move a little bit left and slow down my speed, open up the lane a little bit more, and I think that's really where we're going to start to see true motion out of the bowling ball. But again, on this early friction, lower volume at this point shot, like it's still good to see that ball able to pick up down lane and still strike. So we'll go to the Thrill Hybrid here, same spot. Okay, so I thought I threw that pretty good, very comparable to where I was throwing the Thrill Solid. As you can see, even with that hybrid cover stock, it still picks up a little bit earlier than say a Pearl would, but it definitely had a little bit more entry angle into the pocket there. Which on this condition is what I would expect to see. So that's a good thing to see there. I'll throw another one there. Yeah, so definitely a lot quicker off the friction, which there's plenty of on the lane right now. So I'm going to go ahead and make a move left. And I think that this is really where both balls are going to excel. So I'm going to make a 5-board move left here. Okay, so definitely a lot better looking shape out of the bowling ball. I did back off on my speed just a tad bit there, so I'm going to pick it up in my speed a little bit. But the ball had great shape, good continuation through the pins. This Thorough Hybrid's been a bowling ball that I've used actually quite a bit since I drilled it a couple weeks ago, especially in this house. You know, this house is notorious for having a lot of friction, kind of using lower end bowling balls. Yeah, so much better there. You know, just for everyone's awareness here, in this house, even on a fresh house shot, this is kind of where I typically have to stand, being a little bit more rev dominant. So this isn't necessarily abnormal for me to have to stand in this area until the carry down starts to happen, and then typically I can kind of cheat back right. So let's try to throw solid in this area and see kind of how this ball shapes. Based off of how that was rolling, I'm interested to see if this ball reads too early and isn't able to turn the corner, or if it stores up enough energy and looks really good going down lane. Okay, so I actually thought I threw that one really good, and that's kind of what I was afraid to see, was throwing it where I wanted to. You know, you could see that the ball did not have enough on the back end. You know, it got very forward on the end of the pattern. So that was at my normal speed. So I didn't do anything to manipulate the ball motion out of that. So I'm going to try to back off just a little bit and see if I can get that to turn the corner a little bit better. But I did plan on throwing it there, so it's good to see that. Okay, so I backed off on my speed, and then you saw the ball did pick up down lane. And I think that that's a easy indicator for me to probably conduct a ball change at that point. You know, when I get it in a little bit, there was some hold obviously due to the middle of the pattern, having a little bit more volume of oil, but I got it right. You know, it still had enough energy to get through, but then I kind of throw it where I want to, and it doesn't read at all. So it's not quite what I would like to see. But again, that's not necessarily surprising to me either, as I get that far left on this condition. I do expect to see this Thorough Hybrid actually turn the corner much better. And I think this is where we're going to see why these two balls complement each other so well. Yeah, so as you can see, much better overall look and shape from the Thorough Hybrid on this condition, and I think that's perfect, right? Like just last night when I was throwing in league, you know, I was throwing the Thorough Solid for the first 2 games. Got a very similar look to kind of what I have now. Transitioned to the Thorough Hybrid and went 260 something. So it's good to see that. You know, and again, I think these two bowling balls, they complement each other extremely well. I'll make a couple more shots here. All right, 6 pins, slapping out the 10 there. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. You know, both of these bowling balls have the Halogen V2 core. I'm a big fan of hybrid bowling balls, personally. I like how they blend the lane conditions out a lot of times. Throw one more here. Okay, so there you can see the pearl aspect of that bowling ball. Like I said, a lot quicker off the friction than say the Thorough Hybrid's going to be, or I'm sorry, the Thorough Solid's going to be. I did get that out a little bit earlier on the lane than I wanted to, which is, why you see something like that. We'll throw one more area with the throw solid. I'm gonna try to move left and slow roll a little bit. So I'm gonna make another move. 5 boards left here. And as you can see, the ball has the capability to get down lane through the fronts when there's some oil and still be responsive down lane. Ideally, this isn't necessarily where most people are going to be playing, but you can still see that the ball has good shape, good response down lane when the condition's right for it. Throw a couple more right there. Obviously, I'm throwing the ball in the middle of the lane much longer, getting it out to the break point, which is letting the ball store up energy. Yeah, so much better for the throw solid here, which is good to see. I don't like anybody to get the idea that the ball's bad, because it's not by any means. I really do like this bowling ball, so it's good to see that there's a spot on the lane where it's going to excel. I actually think in this area the throw hybrid may not perform as well as the throw solid. I think it might slide a little bit too far down lane and not be quick enough to get back, but we'll see. But that's why they make different types of bowling balls. Not every ball is going to be right for every condition. So it's pretty close. Yeah, so overall, I think in this area of the lane, the ball looks great. So we'll throw this throw hybrid. Curious to see what it does. See if it is able to turn the corner. Okay, so not bad, but that's definitely what I kind of expected to see. I got the ball where I wanted it to be. Gave it enough time on the lane, got it to the break point, and you can see it was a little bit slower. Didn't quite continue through the pins as well as that throw solid did. That's really just because the pearlized hybrid cover stock, it allows the ball to travel a little bit further down lane. I'm in a little bit heavier volume of oil on the lane condition. So for a bowling ball to have the quick enough response to open the lane up this much and still turn the corner, I'm gonna have to slow it down just a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Yeah, so as you can see, if I slow it down, the ball's able to do something similar to what the throw solid was. But that's with me having to manufacture that shape a little bit in this area. Whereas before, I didn't have to do that with the throw hybrid. I was, 5 to 7 boards right. I was able to be a little bit more natural with my hand position ball speed. So it really just shows you the versatility of the bowling balls. Yeah, so overall not bad in this area right now. I think as I would kind of expect, just based off the lane condition, both bowling balls, as I got further left, looked much better. Just for the heck of it, I'm gonna throw one more with the throw solid. Move another 3 left. I'm just kind of curious to see what the ball can do. Wow, yeah, that's pretty good. So, I moved another 3 boards left with my feet, opened the lane up a lot, and to see a solid bowling ball still be able to do that and retain energy on the back end is pretty impressive. So like I was saying in the beginning of the video, these two bowling balls, when you reference the ball chart, you got your Thrill Solid, which is going to be on the earlier, smoother, more continuous side, and then you have your Thrill Hybrid, which is going to be, a step up from that, from an angular perspective. So when you have a bowling ball like a Thrill Hybrid or a Thrill Solid that's burning up a little bit too much, and you need something a little bit cleaner and a little bit more responsive down lane, then you would transition to a Thrill Hybrid. We just got rid of the Thrill Pearl off the chart, so we're interested to see what we're going to be replacing that with. We just added the new Venom to the Venom line, the Pearl, pink Pearl one that you guys have probably seen recently in the last day or two. So in regards to where these two bowling balls kind of fit in your bag, I think that for sure this is definitely two balls that are going to be for either shorter, lighter volume patterns, higher friction houses, when your stronger equipment is just too strong for the lane condition and is giving you kind of that look that the Thrill Solid was in the middle of the lane today for me, where it was a little bit over under, a little bit too sensitive, wasn't able to turn the corner enough. Then you would transition to maybe something like a Thrill Hybrid or something in the more pearlized side of the house from the Motiv line. So I think for rev dominant guys, guys like me that have the ability to get around a ball a little bit more, you can definitely use both of these balls on those medium and even potentially a little bit heavier volume patterns, depending on how the lane conditions are that you're bowling on. So it's definitely not that these are only for short, lighter volume, higher friction houses. These can be used in a variety of different ways, and it's really just kind of subjective to you as the bowler. So if you guys like what you guys saw, you can order yours at your pro shop because these balls are already out, or you can come to 10 Back Pro Shop in any of the 3 locations that we have and order it. And then last thing I'll close with, last 2 things here. Reminder, 5,000 subscribers. Once we get to it, we're going to be conducting the ball giveaway, and then you see a lot of the jerseys that we wear in our reviews. All of these are from Bowlify, so I'll put the link in the description down at the bottom of the video. If you want to go order yourself some new attire, we got USBC Nationals coming up for a lot of people, so get your team jerseys there. There's a discount code that I'll drop in there as well. If you use it, save $5 off your order, as long as it's $50 or more. And we look forward to seeing your guys' feedback on the balls, and see you guys for the next video. We got a couple good ones from the Motiv line coming out. I got the Evoke videos I'll be conducting, and then I got the Rampage Pearl video. So be on the lookout for those, and then we'll see you guys next time.